All right, so this is a problem related to area. What's the formula for like the area of a rectangle? So like if this is like, so yes, area equals length times width. So this is like 5 and this is 10. What's the area? Yeah, 50. And this is yards and this is yards. What's the unit? Good. Yards squared. Okay. So let's draw another rectangle over here. All right, I'll call this the length and I'll call that the width. It says the length of the rectangle is 3 more yards than double the width. So these are kind of weird because you want everything to be in terms of one variable, not two variables. All right, so we can leave the width as W. All right, then the length, how do we set up the length? All right, so, well, 3, so more means plus, right? All right, so it says 3 yards more, so plus, all right, so then double the width. What is double the width? Double means like, what if you double like $3? Yeah, multiply by 2. So 3 yards more than double the width. All right, so that's our L. So we want that right there. Okay, and they give you the area. They tell you the area is 54. So now we can actually set up an equation based on this formula. All right, what's our equation? Yeah, so 3 plus 2W times W equals 54. And then I just kind of like seeing this here, which means just psychologically better. And then you can just distribute like this. 3W plus 2W squared equals 54. Okay. And our goal is to solve for W. Do you remember on a graph, even though it has nothing to do with this problem, but this is what we're actually doing? When you solve for W in a quadratic equation, what are you solving for? Like, you know, like in a quadratic equation, when you solve for like this variable, usually it's x. Do you know what you're solving for graphically? It is. It's the x-intercept. So yeah, so it's like if this is your parabola, let's say it looks like this, you're solving for that value and that value right there. And sometimes with these types of problems, both you get two answers and both make sense, or sometimes one's just like ridiculous. Like maybe you'll end up with like a, you know, like how we talked about like negative time or something like that. Okay, so then, all right, so how do we solve for W? Nope, can't combine them. No. You want to have it look like this, like ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. You always want it to be equal to 0. Okay, what? Good. 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 So put the 2w squared first. So 2w squared plus 3w minus 54 equals 0. All right. If everything was even, we could divide it all by 2, but we can't. So what do we do? Yes, we got a factor. We're going to go like that, like that, like that, like that, equals 0. And I already know it's going to go here, and I know it's going to go here. Yeah, so I'm going to put 2w here and w here, because the way I factor these, I don't do FOIL, I do FLOY. So we just took care of our first, right? So that times that will give you your first term. I'm going to just do it like this. All right, so this is your first. This is your outside plus your inside. And this is your last. So we're going to go straight to the last. Don't even think about it. Like, don't even try to plan it out in your head. All you got to do is ask yourself, like, how do I get 54 from my third grade multiplication facts? Yeah, two, like, so you could do, chop it by two. Go like 2 and divide by 2 in your calculator. All right, and then chop 27, 3 and 9, and then 3 and 3. Okay. All right, so then go ahead and try your options. To what adds up to, to what multiplies to get you 54. So here's how you get 54. 54, we can get it by doing 2, which is that 2 right there, times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Right? So like, all right, so like for instance, this is 6. Is that right? 2 times 27, 3 times 9, 3 times 3 times 3. I have one too many 3s. There. All right, so like what's 2 times 3? 2 times 3 is 6. And it was 3 times 3, 9. All right, so that's one possibility. So you could just go like 6 times 9. And if that had popped into your head, go with it. Don't like even think about it. The one you don't want to really use, it comes up though, but I just wouldn't use it first, is 54 times 1. That one I wouldn't use first. Like if it was 49, I would use 7 times 7 before I did 49 times 1. But you could try other options as well afterwards. So one of them is 6 times 9, but then you just kind of mess around these combinations. So the other one would be this one times what? So what is 3 times 3 times 3? 27. That's another option. Can you think of another option? Is that it? I think that's it, right? So wait, what's 2 times 3 times 3? 2 times 3 is 6, and then 6 times 3 is, what's 6 times 3? 18. So this is 18. So 18 times 3. All right, so that's pretty much it seems like. But I would do the 6 times 9 first. All right, so now we took care of our first and last, although this last is subject to change. So check your outside. Right here, what do you got? All right, so 18. So we're going to think about in our thought bubble here, 18. And check your inside. What do you got? Yeah, 6. So you have 6. And can 18 and 6 through addition or subtraction give you this middle guy right there? No. So that's wrong for now. So we'll do 9 over here and 6 over here. All right, so what do we get on the outside now? Well, no. That would work for the ones possible. That would work if your coefficient was 1. Yeah, so you could plan ahead like that. For this, it's just trial and error. Like, don't even try. I tried. It's faster just to do trial and error. Okay. So what's 2? All right. So do your outside. What do you get for your outside? All right, 12 and 9. Can 12 and 9 through addition or subtraction give you 3? How can 12 and 9 through addition or subtraction give you 3? So positive 12 and negative 9. Which one gives you your positive 12? Your outside or your inside? Well, did we get our 12 by this maneuver out here? Outside. So then that means that this is where the positive goes. And then the negative 9 is from the inside. That means this is where the negative goes. Because we're never going to change this sign. And we're never going to change this sign. You with me? Also, we're never going to, for a number like 2, we're never going to switch this with this. Because there's only one possibility. Okay? So there's no need to switch them. But if it was a number like 20, then you would have to switch them. Like if the first term was 20, there'd be like a lot of work to do. Yeah, hold on one second. Okay, can you hold on one second? All right, so we got our outside and inside straight. right? Because outside we got our positive 12, we got our negative 9, and then you always want to check your last, just to make sure you didn't mess things up. All right, so let's multiply our last together. What do you get when you multiply your last together? So, like when you have like this right here, when you have like A plus B times C plus D, do you know which terms are your last terms? Yeah, so you want to multiply B and D together to make sure that it actually gives you negative 54. So, yeah, then you're good. All right, so now that's the hardest part of the problem. So now what you want to do is solve it. And you might already know how to do that. How do you solve this? Correct. Equal them both to 0. All right, so we have 2w minus 9 equals 0. And then we have w plus 6 equals 0. And then just solve. So plus 9 minus 6 minus 6. So w is equal to 9 over 2, which is equal to 4.5. And then this is going to be in, what are we in, yards? Yards. Okay, but let's look at this other one here. We also got w is equal to negative 6. What do you think about that? Does not work because you cannot have negative yards, right? All right, so just get rid of that guy. Then we have, so if we put, yeah, exactly. We have everything in terms of w. So, and this is w. So w is equal to 4.5 yards. And then the other one, where'd it go? Is L is equal to 3 plus 2w. Right, so L is equal to 3 plus 2w. So if we add that, hold on a sec. All right, so we got 3 plus 2 times our 4.5. We get 12. So then L is equal to 12 yards. I think that's, what are they asking for? Yeah. Yeah, so length is 12 and width is 4.5.